Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Shay Love Supreme. As you can see, my yoga mat is out. So in this video today, we are going to be doing a yoga session. So this is my channel's first yoga session. So yay, yay, yay. If you guys had tuned into my last video, which was basically talking about the new moon in Sagittarius, well, in theme of the new moon in Sagittarius, new opportunities and different things happening, this is something that I wanted to present to you guys. I've been thinking about it for some time now, so I thought, wow, well, it's the perfect time, right? I have been doing yoga for a very long time, part of my practice for the last couple of years. It's something that's very sacred to me within my journey. It really helps to have you get that interconnected sense of oneness with yourself. So what I usually do in my yoga routine and practices, before I do anything of yoga, I like to actually go ahead and do stretches and then go into the yoga routine. So today is going to be very simple. I plan and intend for each session to be very simple and straight to the point, and then also for it to be very enjoyable of an experience. So we are going to go ahead and get into everything today. And you guys, make sure that you have water for after the session, always making sure that you are clearing and cleansing yourself and just being at peace with yourself, okay? So we are going to go ahead and get started with some stretches. We're going to actually be doing our neck, our shoulders, our hips, and then our legs, and then a full body stretch, okay? So we are going to get started now. So we are going to be actually starting on our left side, okay? So only thing that we're going to be doing is very simple. And the simplicity of it is us moving our head to the side, just like that, getting a nice stretch in there, okay? We're going to be doing 4 of these stretches, and we are also going to be making sure that we breathe with them as well, okay? So we are going to start now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to center, and now we are going to be stretching our right side. 1, 2, 3, last one, and 4. Back to center. Now what we are going to do now is neck rolls, starting on our left side. An example of this would be us doing it like this, moving our neck all the way around, releasing all of the tension within our neck that we hold daily, okay? So we are going to get started now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to center. Now we are going to balance ourselves out, get a little woozy there. And then we are going to start on our right side. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to center, okay? Making sure that we are nice and balanced within ourselves. And then we are going to move on to our shoulders, okay? So we are going to be doing a circular forward motion with our shoulders, because along with our necks, we hold tension within our shoulders as well. Sometimes we feel ourselves doing this and we don't even realize that we're doing it. So we are going to get started with about 4 shoulder rolls, okay? Moving forward, starting now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to center. And now we're going to go into the opposite direction, okay? So going backwards like this. All right, making sure that you really feel it in those rotator cuffs, okay? So we are going to do that now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to center. Shake it out a little bit with your arms. And then one thing that we are going to do next with our arms is actually stretch our arms all the way over. So we're going to start with our left arm and stretch it all the way over, feeling that right into the side biceps, looking over, and really feeling that stretch there, okay? We're going to hold it for about 4 seconds, starting now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to center. All right? Now we are going to do the same thing with our right arm, okay? Stretching it all the way over to the left, looking over, and just really giving your arm a really, really good stretch, okay? And now we are going to hold this for 4 seconds, starting now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to center, okay? And now we are going to be moving on to our hips. We are going to be doing hip rotations. This is really good for, when you are holding tension within your hips as well. If you sit down a lot, if you have a work from home position, or if you just are a person who, frequently sits, this is really good to really get into the hip muscles, okay? So we are going to be going around in circular motion, starting on the left side, doing this motion here, okay? So we're going to be doing that for about 4 times, making sure that we are breathing, okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to center. Same thing on the right side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right back into center. Now with our legs, we are going to be doing leg swings. An example of this would be starting with our left leg, right? And then we are going to be swinging back and forth. Now keep in mind, if you need to hold onto a chair or a wall or anything that gives you support, if you don't feel like you have enough balance, please do so. But also remember to go at your own pace, okay? So we are going to get started now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to center. Now we are going to be doing the same thing on the opposite direction, well, not opposite direction, but the opposite side, or right side, okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Woo. Now we are going to shake out our legs, shake out the tension, and now we are going to be moving forward, and we are going to actually be doing some leg rotations. So that actually looks like this. Starting on our left side, we are going to be doing leg rotations, or if you want to call them leg circles, we can say that as well. Whatever suits your best needs, okay? So we are going to get started with that on our left leg, okay? Again, if you need to hold on to a chair, the wall, anything that gives you support in order to do this move, please do so. Whatever gives you a sense of stability, okay? We are going to get started with our left leg, starting now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to center, okay? Now we are going to do it on the same technique now on our right side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to center. Shake out those legs. And now we are going to be doing our full body stretch, starting on the left side. Really stretching over, making sure that that right hip is pushing into the left hip. Looking up if you'd like to, and we are going to do 4 deep breaths with this stretch, okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to center. Same thing on the right side, stretching the right arm all the way over, putting that hip all the way over as well, giving us a nice stretch. You should feel that really on that side rib cage area right there, okay? Now we are going to count off and count down, okay? 1, 2, 3, last one, 4. Right back into center, okay? Take time to collect yourself because now we are going to be moving into the yoga routine. Yes, yes, yes. So we are actually going to get ourselves started with child's pose, okay? Now what that looks like is us getting ourselves right down into the mat slowly but surely, making sure that we get down on our knees, making sure that our knees are actually spread very wide apart. And then what you can do is make sure that your 2 big toes are touching each other, and then we are going to move it back, okay? Let me move up a little bit to show you guys. Move it all the way back, your hips all the way back. And then your arms should be right in front of you, fingertips spread apart. And now we are in child's pose, okay? Now in child's pose, we are going to do our 4 deep grounded breaths, okay? Making sure that we really feel that stretch within our sacral area and really releasing the tension. You know, breathing in positivity, releasing any negative stagnant energy, okay? So we're going to start off these breaths in 4 concentrated, beautiful breaths, okay? Starting now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That feels really, really, really good. Make sure that you are balanced within your breathing, centered within yourself, and we are going to move ourselves into the next pose, okay? Pushing ourselves up and making sure that we are on all 4s, making sure that the knees are parallel to our shoulders. The same thing with our hands and our shoulders, making sure that we are nice and stable and secure. Now we are going to move into our cat-cow pose, okay? So what that looks like is we are going to breathe in and then breathe out. Breathe in and then breathe out. Okay, so we are going to get started with our cat and then go into our cow. We're going to do about 4 sets of those with wonderful deep breaths, okay? We are starting now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now we are going to be moving ourselves right into downward facing dog from this position. So we are going to actually straighten our legs all the way up. Now if you feel like you can't do a full-on downward facing dog, you can always move your feet up like this, or you can also have yourself in a stance like this with your knees and your diaphragm touching, or you can always go right into downward facing dog, okay? Making sure that we really, really stretch ourselves in the front with our arms and also in the back with our back calf muscles and hamstrings, okay? So we are actually in this stance, we're going to be doing 4 concentrated deep breaths, okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we are going to stay in this pose. What we are going to actually do is alternate our legs from our left to the right. We're going to be moving into bicycle pose, okay? When we are in this motion, we are going to be doing 4 deep breaths as well with this pose, all right? So we are going to actually, you already know, start now. 1, 2, 3, last one, 4. Stop, hold it, make sure that you are breathing, catching up with your breath. And now we are going to move ourselves up, looking right in front of ourselves and moving our bodies right up into basically the middle of the mat, making sure that that is nice and controlled. Now we are going to be moving into our forward fold. So we are going to take our arms and hug the back of our knees. If you want to be straight up like this, you can do so. If you want to have your hands on the mat like this, you can do so. If you want to have your hands on your ankles, please do so. If you feel like, you know what, I can't bend all the way down like that, let me put my hands on my knees, you can do that as well. Whatever works for you, making sure that this is modified to what you need for this practice, okay? But I am going to hug my knees, give myself a nice hug, and then I'm going to hang down my neck, relieving tension within my neck. You can do this as well, shaking your head, yes. Woo! Just giving yourself a minute here. And now we are going to do 4 concentrated deep breaths with this as well, okay? Starting now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we are going to release the arms, straighten the legs, and slowly rise up. If you want to squeeze the butt cheeks in the back, please do so. This is giving your back support, the support that it needs. Rise yourself up, get yourself nice and centered and grounded. And now we are going to actually move into mountain pose, okay? Now with mountain pose, what you want to do is raise the arms, okay? Once you raise the arms, you are going to fold your hands together into a trigger pointed position, okay? Once you do that, you are going to tilt your hips a little bit forward, and then we are going to get ready for our 4 deep concentrated breaths, okay? Starting now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Woo! Now we are going to release our arms, okay? We are going to go ahead and release those arms, getting ourselves right back into center, okay? And now, what we can do, what we will do is chair pose, getting ready for chair pose, okay? So I'm going to give you another side view. Front view, it looks like so, raising your arms, making sure that you are in a seated position, imagining yourself sitting down, right? But we are supporting ourselves, so this is us giving ourselves support and stability, okay? So you should really be feeling it in your thigh muscles, making sure that you are sucking in the abdomen area, really engaging, okay? So I'm going to show you a side view, and then we are going to get started, okay? So it should look like this, making sure that both feet are nice and planted onto the ground, going right into chair pose with both arms straight up and stable and secure and strong, okay? So we are going to get started. 4 deep concentrated breaths, you guys already know. Starting now. 1, 2, 3, last one, 4. Slowly lift up and rise. Release the arms. Go right down into that forward fold. Arms hugging the back of the knees, bending over slightly if you'd like to do so. Releasing the neck if you'd like to do so. Again, if you would like to just bend all the way down onto the ground like this, you can do so. If you want to hug the back of your ankles, you can do so. But if you want to just hug the back of your legs, just like so, you can do that as well. And we are going to do our 4 concentrated, grounded, deep breaths, starting now. 1, 2, 3, last one, 4. Release the arms. Rise slowly but surely. Protecting the back, that lower back. Going right back into center. Now we are going to move forward and to do our yogi squat, okay? Now there is a modified version for this. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. I know some people are like, oh, I'm not flexible, I'm not. Don't think about that. Think about the practice and know where you are now and where you want to head, and then all will come together, okay? So we're gonna practice, okay? Now, for the modified version of this yogi squat, what you can do, making sure that you are balanced. You can go down like this, right? Making sure that you are doing like a very low end position squat. Or if you feel comfortable, you can go all the way down, like so. You can go all the way down, making sure that you are pressing the inner parts of your thighs and making sure that you are grounded and centered in this pose as well, okay? Again, if you want to do the modified version, you can do it this way, right? Making sure that you are still engaging your thighs and your sacral chakra, okay? But if you want to go all the way down, like this, you can definitely do so because that's what we're gonna do, okay? That's what we're gonna do, all right? So with this, whether you are in modified version or within this version, period, what you are going to do with me, when we do our 4 deep concentrated breaths, right, we are going to actually breathe in through our mouths, right? Making sure that it goes right through the throat chakra, right through, all the way down into the sacral, all the way down into the sacral chakra. Right? Because our throat chakra is connected to our sacral chakra, our expression, our creativity, everything. So really releasing the energy from the throat chakra and the womb, okay? So we are going to get started now. Okay, making sure that that back is nice and straight. Starting now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we are going to release this pose very slowly and surely. And then what we are going to do is get ourselves right onto the mat, just sitting down in a nice seated position for right now, okay? Because what we are going to do is get ready for our spinal twist, okay? Now what that looks like is what you're going to do. You are going to take your left leg, okay? Take your left leg and then take your right leg and put it over the left leg. And then what you are going to do, okay, is put your left hand right in front of that right foot. And then the other hand is supporting you in the back. Because what we're going to do is twist ourselves and look over our right shoulder, okay? Because we are going to basically make sure that all of our organs are flushing themselves correctly and completely, right? And that we are in balance and equilibrium all the way around, giving ourselves a really nice stretch. And it's really great for that lower back as well, okay? Now, do it to the best of your ability. If you can't get all the way back there, that is fine. Do what is necessary for you in your practice and in your routine, okay? So we are going to get started now, okay? 4 deep breaths, looking over the shoulder, making sure we get that really nice stretching, okay? Starting now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to center. Moving right back into that wonderful seated position. Getting ready for the left side, okay? Right foot down, left foot on top, okay? And then we are going to place our right hand in front of the left foot, making sure that we are getting a really nice stretch in. And then we are going to take that right hand in the back, well, left hand in the back, right? We're going to take the left hand and we are going to have a very nice supported hand while we look over that left shoulder. So we are going to start our 4 deep concentrated breaths, starting now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, now we are moving ourselves right back into center, right back into that seated pose. Now we are going to get ourselves started and ready for our child's pose, this pose that we started off with, okay? Going right back into that nice stretch, all right? So going at your own speed, getting up, all right? And then what we are going to do is put our 2 big toes together, right? Making sure that our knees are as far apart as we can get them, and making ourselves go all the way back with our hips. Making sure that all of our fingertips are nice and spread apart. Stretching, stretching, and stretching it, okay? Really feeling it in our sacral chakra. Now we are going to do our 4 deep breaths, starting now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Staying here for about 4 more seconds. Taking it all in, thinking about how wonderful you've done in this session. I really give you thanks and gratitude. I'm grateful for you guys being here and showing up. And now we're going to move into us just making ourselves get right back up, because we are going to actually end the session with a corpse pose. So that consists of us going all the way back. Woo! Laying all the way back, y'all, onto our mats, releasing all tension and restrictions, whether we have that stored in our body from daily lives, right, our daily lives, or from the session in general, releasing all tension and all stress from the body. We're going to do 4 deep concentrated breaths. Now, keep in mind, if you need back support, you can definitely put a blanket underneath yourself. But another thing that you can do, if you don't want your legs to be all the way out, you can take your hips, tilt them up, have your feet facing each other with the soles touching and your knees wide apart, and you can be in this stance as well. But if you want to just have your feet all the way out on the mat with your hands also facing upwards in release mode and also receiving from the universe, you can definitely do that as well. And now we are going to do about 6 concentrated deep breaths, making sure that we release any tension from our jaw, from our neck, from our body, and just really sinking in to this concentrated breath, okay? Starting now. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. And 6. Now taking the time to just lay here, reflect on your yoga poses, reflect on the amazing day or night that you are about to have, thinking about how wonderful it is to be living in this realm with the opportunity to change things every single day and every single way, being grateful for the little things that lead to the bigger things. I am grateful that you all have tuned in. I am thankful and grateful for you all, from the top of my head to the bottom of my soles. And amazingness is happening and persisting for all of us in our lives. There's always a rainbow after a rainy, rainy day. And now we can bring ourselves right back to this present moment. And now we can get ourselves up into a beautiful seated pose, okay? Don't mind me, y'all, just get myself together. All right. And now we are going to raise our arms all the way up into prayer position and all the way down into our heart center. I thank you all for showing up. I thank you all for participating in this wonderful yoga session, the first session on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, and I'm in such gratitude. Please like, share, and subscribe, okay? Also, if you guys want to donate to me and the channel and also my journey within Mexico, my Cash App is #SLPeace22. That is SLPeace22. And then also, if you want to donate to my PayPal at all, my PayPal is evansr2014@gmail.com. That is evansr2014@gmail.com. If you guys want to tune in to my website, that is blossomcentral.com, blossom with a U. Everything will be in the description box below, as you guys already know. Also, I do astrology, natal chart readings, Reiki distant healing that I'm doing right now as well. If you guys want to inquire about that, definitely follow me on Instagram, ShayLoveSupreme_22, or on Facebook, ShayLoveSupreme. I pop right up, okay? Inbox me, DM me, anything of high vibrations. I am in gratitude for you guys tuning in once again, and that concludes our session.